Hello, Millie. It's been a while since we've spoken, hasn't it? Do you have a moment right now?
Oh, hi there, Mom. Yeah, I'm free right now. What can I do for you? Is everything all right?
I wanted to discuss my upcoming birthday with you. You remember a short while ago when I invited the whole family over to my house for dinner?
Yes, I remember. I'm pretty sure you said it was going to be this weekend. Is that right?
Yes, that's right. But there's been a change in plans. After giving it much thought, I've decided that I don't want you to come after all.
Oh, okay. So, dinner's off then? Got it. I'll be sure to let my husband and daughter know that we won't be going to your place after all.
What? No. You don't understand. Your husband and daughter are more than welcome to come by. You, however, are another story. I don't want you to come, is what I'm trying to say.
Ah, so you meant you in the singular, not you in the plural. I see.
You understand, don't you, Millie? A birthday is a special occasion. It's a time to celebrate with loved ones. And that's the problem. I don't love you at all. I rather hate you, actually.
Right, I am aware of that. Okay, I'll tell Mark and Hannah that I will not be coming then.
Please do. However, you are not to tell my son that I was the one who told you not to come. Such childish tattling is beneath even someone as low as you.
What?
Consider this your birthday present to me for this year. Well, Millie, will you be a good sport? Won't you let an old woman at the end of her life spend her own birthday in peace and happiness with the people she actually cares about?
I feel like you're underestimating your lifespan there, Mom. You're not that old.
Come now, Millie. Don't make this more pathetic than it has to be. Flattery will get you nowhere with me, least of all an invitation to my birthday party.
It wasn't intended to be flattery or even a compliment, but okay, I guess.
It's so unfortunate that things had to turn out like this between us, Millie. I wish we could have had a more positive relationship as mother and daughter-in-law. If only you had given me a grandson. If you had done that, then maybe I would be more inclined to accept you as a family member. But alas, all you ever managed to pop out was that girl. And whenever we meet, all you ever do is talk back to me. Aren't you embarrassed to be such a brat at your age?
If I may, I'd like to point out that you have never, ever made any effort towards building that positive relationship with me you claim to have wanted. You hated me from the very start. It didn't have anything to do with us having a daughter. Even before we got married, you were always criticizing my looks, my family, and so on and so forth. And unlike you, I really made an effort to build a positive relationship with you. But after years of trying, you never even budged a single inch, so I simply gave up.
Effort? Please, Millie, don't be ridiculous. You can't call anything you did effort. Sure, you're hideously ugly, but you could have tried to make up for that by being more obedient to me. Honestly, I have no idea what my son of mine sees in you. His father chose me for his wife, so he obviously has excellent taste in women. I wonder where that silly boy got his taste from.
For the record, your son Mark cares much more about my personality than my appearance.
Your personality, is it? You've been doing nothing but making smart-aleck remarks to your mother-in-law for this entire conversation. How is that personality worth marrying you for? Don't make me laugh. Dear God, I feel so sorry for that poor girl you gave birth to. I can only pray that Hannah doesn't turn out like you. It seems she has her father's looks, at any rate, so at least there's that. But if she inherits your horrendous personality, it will be all over for her. Her life will be full of nothing but disappointment and heartbreak.
Uh-huh. Well, if that's all you've got to say to me, my break is over soon and I need to be getting back to work.
What's that? Nothing to say for yourself this time. I see you finally admitted that I'm 100% correct about you. Go ahead and go back to your silly little part-time job cleaning toilets or whatever debasing thing it is that you do. Just remember that I don't want to see your face or even hear your name at all on my birthday. I'd sooner die the night before my birthday than have you ruin it for me.
Hi, Mom. I need to talk to you about my daughter.
Oh, what is it? I was just about to start getting things ready for dinner. Do make this as quick as possible if you wouldn't mind.
Trust me, I don't want to have to drag this out any longer than I have to. It's about the birthday party at your house from last weekend. You said quite possibly the worst thing I could imagine to my daughter.
Oh, I did, I'm sorry. Nothing's ringing any bells. I don't have the foggiest idea what you're talking about.
Don't play dumb with me. You told Hannah that Mark isn't her dad. But you didn't stop there. You told her that I was cheating on Mark with another man and that man is her father. I am racking my brain to think of what possible reason you could have had for saying that to her. Do you have any idea how much pain you caused her? She didn't get over that for days. Why did you say that to her? Explain yourself.
Oh my goodness, no. She actually believed me? Well, that was nothing but a silly little joke.
Hannah is 3 years old, Mom. And not to mention, you also told her that she had to be sure to keep it a secret from everyone, because if anyone finds out, her mommy and daddy would get divorced. And she'd have to spend the rest of her life at an orphanage. So no, you're not gonna just play this off as a silly little joke, you sociopath. What is wrong with you? You should have heard the way she was crying and asking me, is Daddy really not my daddy? Who is my real daddy? Why doesn't my real daddy live with us?
That's incredible. The little girl still believes that Mark isn't her father.
You are laughing? You severely traumatized a 3-year-old girl and you're laughing? This is no laughing matter. I set her straight and told her you were lying, but that damage isn't going to heal very easily. You need to apologize to Hannah, admit you were lying, and promise to never lie to her again. That's the bare minimum that you have a responsibility to do.
Don't be ridiculous. It was just a simple joke. I haven't done anything worth apologizing over. If anything, all of this is Hannah's fault.
What? How can you possibly blame Hannah for what you did?
On the night of my birthday party, that little brat had the gall to come to me and tell me to stop being mean to her mommy. You've been telling Hannah all sorts of vile lies about me, haven't you? Making me out to be the bad guy. Well, two can play at that game. I did nothing wrong.
I have never spoken ill of you in front of my daughter. Besides, it wouldn't take any prodding from me for her to want to tell you off about how you treat me. All she would need to do is watch how you act around me.
Unbelievable. You really see yourself as the victim here? Whatever. In any case, Hannah stuck her nose where it doesn't belong, and she's going to have to pay the price for that. I no longer wish to have anything to do with that little brat. Neither you nor her are ever welcome in my house again.
I've overlooked a lot from you over the years, but this is too much for me. You have crossed a line. I'm telling my husband about this and everything else I've held back up until now. You don't want to see me ever again? That is fine. But don't expect to see your son ever again either.
Oh, I'm shaking in my boots. Do what you wish, I don't care. Frankly, the very fact that Mark chose a woman like you makes me regret having given birth to him. Not to mention the fact that he has always prioritized you over me has been a thorn in my side for some time now.
So you're prepared to disown your own son because he prioritizes his wife over his mother?
Of course I am. I don't feel any compulsion to continue a relationship that has no benefit for me. If that boy wants to spend the rest of his days being a servant boy for an ugly harpy like yourself, so be it.
Well then, I take it you're not going to apologize to Hannah then?
Never. Weren't you paying attention? I have no need for you or that girl any longer. I won't be associating with the likes of you ever again. If you need money, I won't give you any. If you need advice, you can go see a shrink. I won't even send Hannah any presents on her birthday or Christmas.
I'm fine with that. Actually, that's the best possible result I could have hoped for.
I see you're fully intending to be a rotten little smart aleck to the very end. Feel free to tell that son of mine whatever you'd like. I'll be giving a full report to my husband as well. Wait until he hears what sort of awful things you've said to me today. He will not be pleased.
By all means, go ahead. Don't leave out a single detail.
Don't come crying to me when you're written out of my husband's will. You won't receive 1 single cent from us. I'd rather donate it all to some charity. I'll give you one last chance, Millie. Apologize to me immediately.
I don't need any of your money, and I have nothing to apologize for.
So, you've made your choice. Now you're going to have to live with the consequences. And when the consequences come, I won't have the smallest shred of pity for you. As a matter of fact, I'll be laughing my head off at your despair. Millie! Hannah came over to my house just a moment ago.
Really? Did she say anything to you?
It seems she wanted to get back at me for telling her that Mark wasn't her father at my birthday party. She was so angry, that stupid little girl. My daddy is so my daddy. She sounded so pathetic. I guess my worst fears came true. That poor girl really did inherit your awful personality.
I see.
And what's this about you getting a DNA test? You went to all that trouble over an innocent little joke? How embarrassing for you.
I told you how traumatic it was for her. I wanted to do whatever I possibly could to reassure her that her father was, in fact, her father. I was doubtful a child as young as she was would even understand the significance of a paternity test. But it looks like just knowing that we can prove it was enough for her to be at ease again.
Well, I'm terribly sorry to hear that.
Sorry? What do you mean?
I'm sorry to hear that Hannah actually is Mark's daughter. Imagine if that's what the results showed, and it would have been fantastic. That awful brat would have probably ripped her hair out. She'd be so sad. Not to mention you and Mark would have had a massive fight. You probably have even gotten divorced.
Yeah, about that. You got the parties mixed up a little bit, but all of that is going to happen in short order. In fact, my husband is crying right now.
What? What is he crying about?
He's crying because he just found out that your husband isn't his real father.
What? I don't understand.
That was the result of the paternity test he took. We didn't just test Mark and Hannah for paternity. We tested your husband and Mark for paternity as well.
Why? This doesn't make any sense. Why did my husband get a paternity test?
He was concerned about Hannah, so we've been communicating back and forth for a while now. When we told him that we were considering getting a paternity test done on Mark and Hannah, he said that he wanted to get one done too.
But he has no reason to suspect anything. Why would he want a paternity test? And the results said he wasn't the father. That must be a mistake. You must have gone through some third-rate paternity testing service.
Actually, they had the test done twice at 2 different companies. The results were the same for both tests. Apparently, your husband has been suspicious about you for a long time. The only reason he's held back for so long is because he wanted Mark to be his son. But the truth is that he had doubts.
This can't be.
Back before you were pregnant with Mark, your husband said he had seen you together with another man. Then when you told him you were pregnant a short time later, well, he put 2 and 2 together.
No. After all this time.
Then when he heard about what you had said to Hannah, that made him even more suspicious. I guess he got tired of not knowing the truth and wanted answers, for better or for worse.
Hold on a moment. He hasn't been home since yesterday morning. Does that have something to do with this? He told me that he was going to be going away for a while for work, but was that all a lie?
I'm afraid it was. He says that he can no longer live in the same house as the woman who betrayed his trust.
Is he with you right now? I'll be over there shortly. Tell him to wait right there.
Let me save you a trip. He isn't here.
All right, fine. Then tell me where he is.
I'm sorry, Mom, but I can't tell you.
Why not?
Because he explicitly told me that he doesn't want you to know. Don't worry, though. He did say that he'll be contacting you in the near future. You just have to wait until then.
In the near future? What is that supposed to mean?
Don't ask me. I guess he'll contact you when he's ready.
Please, Millie, I'm begging you. Tell me where my husband is. I need to see him and apologize.
Give it up, Mom. There's nothing you could say or do to me that would get me to tell you where he is. If you really want to know, then you have only one option. Contact him yourself and beg him to tell you.
This is terrible, Millie. What am I going to do? I was finally able to talk to my husband, but he says he wants to divorce me.
That's probably the least surprising development of the last few weeks.
This is all your fault. Every last bit of it. If you hadn't gone and done that stupid paternity test, none of this would have happened. If that old fool actually goes through with this and divorces me, you're going to have to take responsibility for it.
I'm sorry, what? Just how is any of this my fault? This all started when you told my daughter a vicious, cruel lie that Mark wasn't really her father.
I didn't expect she would actually believe me. It was just a joke. Families tell that sort of joke all the time. You know, siblings telling each other they were really adopted, that they found out by the side of the road, that sort of thing.
Yeah, no. What you said to my daughter was far, far beyond the acceptable range for a joke. You told my 3-year-old daughter that I had an affair and that she was my love child. And, as you should already be very aware, that caused untold amounts of emotional pain for her. But now you want to sit there and pretend like it's our fault when you finally start facing consequences? Get out of here. You're reaping what you've sown.
I'll apologize to Hannah. Is that what you want?
No thanks. There's no need for you to do that. Hannah has already been reassured that we are, in fact, her mother and father.
Please, Millie, I need your help. I need you to serve as a mediator between me, my son, and my husband. I keep trying to contact them, but neither of them return my messages or calls. First time I've spoken to my husband in days was when he came by the house this afternoon, but he barely even said a word to me the entire time. I admitted that I cheated on him, and I apologized to him, but he still won't forgive me.
I don't blame him. I'd have a hard time forgiving you for lying about the father of your child for all these years, too.
But that's all in the past. It's been years, decades. We have a wonderful relationship now. Isn't that what matters? I mean, he's the only father Mark has ever known. How can he even think about saying anything as ridiculous as, he's not my son? We've been married for 30 years now. What have we all been through together?
You're not in any position whatsoever to be demanding your husband simply move on right now. Also, let me correct you on one major mistake you just made. Your husband was very firm in saying that he will always think of Mark as his real son, even if there's no blood relationship between them. The two of them had a very long heart-to-heart discussion about that and many other issues.
But if they work things out between them, then why does he still want to divorce me? What's the issue?
What's the issue? Oh boy, Mom, where do I start? Don't forget, it was you who reminded your husband about the time when he suspected you of having an affair. The lie you told Hannah about me was actually the true story of your affair. But that was just the straw that broke the camel's back. Your husband has been absolutely sick and tired of dealing with all kinds of bad behavior from you over the years.
Bad behavior? What bad behavior?
How much time do you have? That's a long list. Well, for starters, there's the fact that you've been a cruel, overbearing mother-in-law to me since the day Mark and I got married. Then there's all the things you've done to your friends and neighbors. Remember the woman who you tried to sell one of your awful paintings to? When she turned you down, you started spreading rumors that she was addicted to gambling and deep in debt to a local loan shark. And finally, lest we forget, you told an evil lie to your own granddaughter that caused her incredible pain. That's why you're going to get divorced at 60, a decades-long string of inexcusably bad behavior toward everyone around you.
I'll change, I promise. I'll never do any of that stuff ever again. I promise not to hurt a soul for as long as I live.
It's not going to do you any good to have this conversation with me.
You don't understand. I need you to talk to those two for me. The only person I was able to get a word out of today was his lawyer. He's my own husband, and he's about to divorce me. But he wouldn't even look at his wife of 30 years. You're the only one I can turn to now. You have to tell them how I feel.
Tell me, Mom, when you were coming up with this grand plan to get me to forgive you and argue on your behalf to my husband and father-in-law, did you actually think it was going to work? Did you think I was just going to forget all of the horrible, heartless things you've said and done to me?
I told you, Millie. I'm sorry about all of that. I'm sorry about everything.
I don't believe that you're making a sincere apology, not for 1 second. Think about it. Why are you even messaging me like this right now? You're not trying to make things right with me. You're just trying to save your own skin. You're a selfish, heartless, soulless monster, and I never want to speak to you again.
Millie, please. Don't say that. You don't mean it. I am being sincere. I've never been so sincere in my life. I'm sorry that I mocked you because your father died when you were young. I'm sorry that I insulted your appearance. I'm sorry that I added spices to your cooking when you weren't looking to make it taste bad.
Wait, that was you?
Yes, and I'm very sorry.
I understand.
You do? Then you forgive me?
No. I mean, I understand that you actually do feel somewhat sorry for what you've done. That doesn't mean I'm going to forgive you, though.
What? Why not? I apologize for everything. What more could you possibly want from me?
Don't you get it? I don't really want anything from you at all. All I want is for you to make a prompt exit from me and my family's lives. What was it that you told me a while ago? Something about when the consequences finally come, you won't have any pity for me? And that you'll actually be laughing your head off at my despair? Well, that's exactly what I'm going to do to you right now.
I was only saying that out of anger. I didn't mean it.
Even if that's true, so what? That doesn't change the fact that you said it. You can't unsay what you've said.
Please, Millie, you've got to understand how truly, sincerely sorry I am. From now on, I'll treat you better than my daughter-in-law. I'll treat you like my own daughter. I'll never make a single more cruel joke at your expense ever again. So please, please, go to my husband and son and ask them to give me a second chance.
Yeah, that's not happening. You've hurt every single member of your family far too much for far too long. It's too late for forgiveness. You know, that reminds me of another thing you said to me. I don't feel any compulsion to continue a relationship that has no benefit for me. You do remember saying that, don't you? Well, guess what? A relationship with you has absolutely no benefit for me, and I'm putting an end to it. My husband's parents attempted to find some way to come to an amicable divorce, but there was nothing they could ever agree on, so they ended up going to court. In the end, however, my mother-in-law realized that she had no hope of winning anything close to a favorable judgment, so she finally agreed to settle and agree to an amicable divorce. I think what really drove the point home to her was seeing the firm, determined look on her husband's face in the courtroom. After the divorce, my mother-in-law was kicked out of their family's house and moved into an apartment. She managed to get a reasonable share of their assets, which should be able to finance her lifestyle for a while. But unless she either gets a job or gets remarried, I don't think she's going to be able to make ends meet for very long. I'd say she's in for a pretty rough road ahead of her. Plus, she also has to take into account the fact that she's not too far away from hitting an age when she won't be able to fend for herself anymore. Unfortunately for her, with both her husband and son cutting her out of their lives, she doesn't have anyone else that she can rely on. Honestly, it's not even about the money, in my opinion. The sheer loneliness is what's going to be the worst for her. I'll bet she's going to come to regret her course in life up until now pretty soon. Don't get me wrong, though, I don't feel an ounce of pity for her. She's made her bed, so now she can lie in it. The only way she'll ever be able to change is if she faces the consequences for what she's done full on. As for my husband and father-in-law, I was worried about how things might turn out between them now that they know the truth. But actually, they spend even more time together now than they ever did before. Not that they had a bad relationship beforehand or anything. Rather, the deep bonds they already had became even stronger. I'm very optimistic about our family's new start. Hello, Camilla. I'm sorry to text you out of the blue like this, but I have some news. I'm sorry to say that your mother passed away a few minutes ago. She went very peacefully, just like she was going to sleep. She didn't suffer or struggle or anything.
Oh, I guess I didn't make it back in time to see her. I shouldn't have gone on this vacation after all.
Don't be too hard on yourself. Your mother wouldn't have wanted that. It was sudden, too. There was no way you could have seen it coming. Are you all right, Camilla? You're on the train right now, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm riding the train on my way home now. Don't worry about me, I'm fine. I've known this moment was coming for a long time now. I was prepared for it. I'm more concerned about Brad, to be honest. He always loved Mom so much.
Yeah, Brad's still in the room with Mom right now, saying his goodbyes.
You know, Daphne, it's times like these that make me glad that you were there with Mom. I wouldn't have been any help to her.
No, don't say that. It isn't true.
It's all right, Daphne. I'm aware of my own shortcomings. You and Bran were living with Mom, so you guys were the ones who always had to take care of her. I only came by every once in a while to say hi, that's all.
You can't help that. You have your own family to take care of.
Well, in any case, it does feel good to hear you say that, Daphne. Thank you so much. So much for taking care of Mom for the last 3 years. I'm sure it must have been super difficult for you, especially since Mom's dementia started getting worse towards the end.
I was glad to do everything I could for her. She was my mother-in-law, but she always treated me as if I was one of her own children. And yes, it certainly isn't easy to take care of an elderly woman with dementia, but I have many more fun memories of the time I've spent with her.
I know that there's no one but you that Mom would have wanted taking care of her.
Oh, thank you for saying that, Camilla. That's so sweet of you.
Again, I'm just being honest over here. I kind of feel like I wasn't a very good daughter to my mom. I mean, I'm her actual biological daughter, but I haven't been able to do a single thing for her for years. I'll bet she was angry at me for not being there when she died.
No, Camilla, I know that's not true. Back before she lost consciousness, she was always telling me to tell you that she loves you and hopes you're enjoying your life.
Really? I don't know. I always thought that I was nothing but a burden on my mom. I wasn't even around much to help her in her old age, so I wouldn't be surprised if she had completely forgotten about me.
Well, I don't have any kids of my own, so I can't say this from experience, but I'm sure that children always have a special place in their parents' hearts. So please don't think that she was bitter or angry at you. That isn't the case at all.
Wow, you really are a sweetheart. You know that, Daphne?
I'm just saying what I really think. I know this is a difficult time for you, but we'll be here for you when you get here. So please, take care on your way.
Thanks, Daphne. Will do. I'll probably be there in about 3 hours or so. Do me a favor and let Brad know I'm coming too, okay? Hey, Daphne? Wow, I guess you finished taking care of all Mom's stuff in the house, huh? You work fast. This place is immaculate. I've never seen it so clean.
Thanks, Camilla. Oh, wait, are you at the house right now? I didn't know you were coming over.
Yep, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Well, make yourself at home. Sorry, Brad and I are out at the moment. If we'd known you were coming, we might have changed our plans. We're kind of tied up at the moment, so we won't be back for quite a while.
Yeah, I know. That's exactly why I came over right now.
Huh?
Make sure you have all the rest of your stuff out of the house by the end of the day, okay?
What? Camilla, what are you talking about?
Okay, so the other day, Mom's lawyer came by my house. He brought Mom's will with him, and he said he needed to read it to me. And guess what it said? Mom said she wants me to inherit the family house.
Oh, is that so?
Yep, but wait, there's more. She also said that she's not leaving Brad anything. Not one single cent. Not 1 square inch of property. Nothing.
But that doesn't make any sense. I don't understand. Brad and his mom always had an incredibly close relationship.
What's the matter, Daphne? Are you crushed to hear that Mom didn't leave anything behind for you? What, is that the reason you took care of her for all these years? You just wanted your piece of the pie when she died?
No, that's not true at all. I was never going after her money. It's just, well, it just doesn't make sense. She didn't leave anything to Brad? Nothing at all? I find that incredibly hard to believe.
Yeah, well, I am the oldest child in the family. I guess she must have just loved me more than him. I mean, I didn't do anything to help her out after she got too old to live by herself. And she still left me with everything. She must have really adored me.
Well, I suppose if that's what your mother wanted, then I'll respect her wishes. We'll move out of the house. However, could you give us a bit more time? I mean, you want us out today? That's not logically feasible. We'll need to find a new place to live, somewhere to store everything until we can move in. It's going to take us some time to take care of all that.
Oh, you don't have to worry about that. I already did you the favor of throwing all your stuff out into the front yard.
You what?
So, yeah. You should probably get back here and pick it all up as quickly as possible. It's garbage pickup day tomorrow. They might think it's garbage and take it all down to the dump.
Camilla, why are you doing all of this? You've never been like this before. I didn't think you were the type of person who would throw out all of our belongings like that.
Oh my God, you really are clueless, aren't you? I was only being nice to you because you were looking after my mom for me. That, and I was kind of concerned whether or not Mom was going to leave me any inheritance. If she left everything to Brad like I expected she would, I was going to go to you and beg you to share it with me. I've been rehearsing exactly what I would say, and I even figured out how to make myself cry. On demand. It's kind of too bad that I won't get to show off my acting skills now. But seriously, you didn't notice? Don't you think I was being just a little too nice to you? You're such a moron.
I can't believe it. You've been planning this all along? How could you? You betrayed both me and my husband's trust.
Yeah, go ahead. Call me what you want. Get it all out of your system. Nothing's gonna change the fact that I'm getting everything, and you're getting nothing.
And to think I was concerned about how you would handle your mother passing.
You don't need to be concerned about me anymore. I'm gonna be rich. What are you talking about? You're not gonna be able to afford to live with me. You're gonna have to pay me back. And I'm gonna have to pay you 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 ba All you need to do is get back here and clear all your junk off of my property by the end of the day. Got it? Me and my husband are so excited about settling into our new house. Hey there, Daphne. How are things, sweetheart?
What do you want?
Well. Aren't we feeling nasty today? Be careful, Daphne. Your sweet and submissive personality is the only thing you've got going for yourself. If you give that up, what will you have left?
I'm sweet to the people who deserve it. You don't.
Don't you think you ought to be a little more careful about how you speak to me? You guys are in big-time financial crisis, aren't you?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, sure you don't. Sure. You're not fooling anyone, Daphne. You know just as well as I do that you and Brad were ruined the day I kicked you out of the house. I mean, I see you two meandering around the local park just about every day. Are you living there now? You're homeless, aren't you? Plus, I've seen you eating meals there too.
Well, you're right about one thing. We have been taking walks through the park quite regularly lately. We moved into the condominium complex that's right across the street from that park. So it's become part of our routine to grab a coffee and donut from the nearby cafe in the afternoon and go for a stroll in the park.
Huh? The condominium complex? You mean the one that just got built recently?
Yep, that's the one.
Okay, you're going way too far with the lies now. There is no way that you and Brad are living in one of those condos. What's your goal here, Daphne? Did you think you were going to show me up by lying about living in a luxury condo or something?
It's not about showing you up at all, Camilla. All I'm doing is telling you the plain and simple truth.
Wait a minute. Don't tell me. The reason Mom didn't leave Brad anything in her will was because she already gave you all the money while she was still alive? That's it, isn't it? That's not fair. No one ever said anything about that to me.
Calm down there, Camilla. That's not what happened.
Then explain yourself. How on earth were you two able to move into that luxury condo?
It's quite simple, really, if you think about it. We've been living with your mom for over 3 years now, and in all that time, we didn't have to pay 1 single cent on rent, utilities, that sort of thing. Plus, when I wasn't taking care of your mom, I was working from home. With extremely low expenses as well as 2 incomes, we've been able to save up quite a good deal of money.
Okay, sure. Maybe. But enough to live there? There's no way.
It's not just the money we've saved up in the last few years. Brad and I also had quite a bit of savings from when we were single. Neither of us have any expensive hobbies or interests, so yeah, we had more than enough money to move here.
I don't believe that stupid story for 1 second. You're still sore for me taking everything away from you, and are just saying this to make me feel jealous. I see right through you.
I'm not really concerned whether you believe me or not. We don't have any intentions to invite you over for dinner anytime soon, or ever, frankly. Really, we'd rather not have anything to do with you ever again, if at all possible.
Yeah, well, the feeling's mutual. I don't want to see either of your faces again.
If that's true, then why did you go out of your way to text me just now?
I wanted to give you a warning. I don't care how much trouble you're in. I will never give you a single cent of the money or property I got from Mom. A couple of broke losers like you would just waste it on something stupid anyway.
I see. Understood. Thank you for the warning.
Now, never show your face around here again. You don't even deserve to look at Mom's old house. She kicked you out, not me. She hated you and loved me. Only me. The only reason she kept you losers around is to be live-in nursing staff. Don't blame me or even Mom. It's your fault for being such losers. Daphne, are you there? Where's Brad? Is he with you right now?
No. He's out of town on work. He won't be back until tomorrow at the earliest.
Ugh. Okay, well, then is something going on with his phone? I keep trying to call him, but the calls don't go through.
Oh, I can explain that. He's not in the country right now. He went to his company's UK headquarters for a global conference.
Oh man, okay, then I guess I'll just have to talk to you. They're trying to kick us out of the house.
What? Who's they?
Mom was in debt, like a lot of debt. You guys didn't know?
Wow, really? I had no idea.
You really didn't know?
No, Camilla, I'm sorry. This is the first I've ever heard of it.
Mom had about $100,000 in her savings account, but even that isn't enough to pay it all off. I mean, we could even sell the house, and that wouldn't be enough to pay it off. And now I'm on the hook for that debt.
Well, I'm afraid there's nothing that you can do about that. You were the sole inheritor of your mother's estate. That means that you get all of her assets, including negative ones.
I had no idea she was in so much debt, but a bunch of guys in suits came by the other day and told me that I gotta pay. I asked them why, and they said that since I had spent some of her money and was living in the house, I have no choice. You might have known, but Brad had to have known. He tricked me.
Oh, wait a minute. That reminds me. Before your mother passed away, she gave me a letter.
A letter? What did it say?
That's the thing. I never opened it. She said that I should open it if I ever needed answers. She also said that it wasn't her will, though. I had no idea what to do with it, so I just set it aside up until now.
Yeah, well, I need some answers, so read it right now. Maybe she had more assets that she didn't tell us about, like a bunch of gold bars buried in the backyard or something.
Okay, give me a moment.
Hurry it up! I'm in the middle of a bona fide crisis over here. My husband is furious. He says there's no way he's going to pay it off for me. If I don't get my hands on a lot of money fast, he's probably going to divorce me.
Oh, everything makes perfect sense now.
Did you read it? What did it say?
It says here that your mom's plan all along was to force her debt onto you.
What?
Back when your mom was still alive, you were taking money out of your mother's account without her permission, weren't you? Not only that, you took some of her jewelry and other valuable things, sold them, and kept the money for yourself. And despite all that, you would come crying to her all the time, saying you had no money and needed help.
I have a family to support. We've gone through some hard times. I thought I could count on her to support me. She was my mother, after all.
From what your mother says, you were asking her for quite an unreasonable amount of money. She also recounts what you said to her when she came to you and asked you to help her out around the house. I have way better things to do with my time than babysit an old woman. Did you really say that to your own mother? Jeez. She also said that after she was diagnosed with early signs of dementia, she noticed that anytime she left you alone in a room with her wallet, a few bills would mysteriously go missing. But apparently, the thing that finally pushed her over the edge was when you stole the ring that your father gave to her on their anniversary and sold it for scrap gold.
I don't believe it. She remembered all that stuff?
She was only in the early stages of dementia when she passed away, Camilla. Do you know how dementia works? You don't suddenly forget everything overnight. And even if dementia gets worse, there are times when people remember things very clearly and times when they forget. It's a pretty unstable condition.
So you mean to tell me that my mom really was mad at me all this time?
Well, based on a simple reading of the letter she gave me, I'd say yes, she was very mad at you. She got so sick and tired of you stealing her things, she decided she would put a stop to it. She took out a large loan and simply left it in her account. And you took the bait.
Wait, hold on. That means the money I was taking out of her account, that wasn't hers? That was the money she borrowed?
Yep, that's exactly right. She was also deliberate to only make payments on the interest so that you would be left with the full amount of the principal.
I can't believe it. How could she do this to her own daughter?
Considering all the terrible things you did to your own mother, I'd say you don't have any room to complain.
I've got plenty of room to complain. I'm screwed. What am I supposed to do now?
Don't ask me. I guess your best option is to sell the house and work off the rest.
But if I sell the house, where am I supposed to live?
I'm pretty sure there's a nearby building where you can get a studio apartment for about $3,000 a month.
I can't live there. Are you kidding me? Oh man, what am I gonna do? Wait, you're living in that sweet luxury condo, aren't you? Let us live with you.
No.
Why not? It's not like you're using all the space. You don't have any kids or anything. It's just the two of you. You can let us stay in your spare room for a few months.
The issue isn't whether or not we can. We have no responsibility or duty to help you out at all.
Don't you understand how much debt I just got thrown onto me?
I have a pretty good idea, but I also don't see how that's any of my problem.
You have to help. I'm your sister-in-law. Brad's my younger brother.
I distinctly remember you saying that you didn't want to see either of our faces ever again.
I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. I'm sorry for kicking you out of the house. I'm sorry for rubbing it in about you guys not getting any inheritance. I'm sorry for everything.
I don't need or want an apology from you. There's nothing you could say or do that would get us to forgive you for what you've done.
Well, maybe you won't forgive me, but what about Brad? I know that he'll help me for sure once he knows how much trouble I'm in. He's always loved me, ever since we were little kids. I'm his big sister.
He explicitly told me that I don't need to waste any time dealing with you anymore.
But then why did you even respond to my text just now?
Actually, I turned off notifications for you a while ago. I was planning to block you, but I never got around to it until now. I was about to do just that when I saw you had texted me. You seemed like you were panicking about something, so I thought it might be entertaining to see what your problem was. And boy, oh boy, was I right.
You're the worst. I'm in the biggest crisis of my life right now, and you're mocking me?
I'm the worst? If I was the worst, then why are you the one that got stuck with all that debt instead of me?
Please, Daphne, please, I'm begging you. It's fine if you don't want to let us live with you, but can you at least give us some money? If you can afford to live in that condo, then you have to have enough savings to give us a hand.
I wouldn't even loan you $100 if I had Elon Musk kind of money.
Come on, Daphne. I don't want to deal with all Mom's debt.
You're the one who drove her to take out all that debt, Camilla. Not to mention your mother never even used any of the money she borrowed for herself. That was all you. You spent the money and now you can pay it back.
I already told you I can't. Why won't you help me out? I'm practically on my knees begging you.
After everything you've done and said to us, do you really expect I'd roll over so easily and help you out?
I already apologized to you for all that stuff. You want me to apologize again? Fine. Sorry. There. I said it again. How about now?
I'm sorry, Camilla, but even if I wanted to help you out, I can't. We don't have any money to give you.
You're lying. You bought that condo, didn't you? Then you have to have some money.
Oh, don't get me wrong. We do have money. We just don't have any money to give to a low-down, conniving, lying, deceitful woman like you. Seriously, you've got some gall, Camilla. You told us that you never wanted to see us again, but now you're coming around and begging for handouts? Have some dignity.
It's not like I want to have to beg you for money. It's all my mom's fault for sticking me with this massive debt. She deceived me. I'm the victim.
Sure, you may have been deceived, but don't think for a second that you're the victim here. If you're a victim at all, you're only a victim of your own misdeeds. Don't be mad at me, be mad at yourself. Not long after that last text exchange, Camilla exhausted all of her options and decided to sell her mother's house. However, that was only enough to cover half of the debt she was now on the hook for. As for the other half, Camilla's going to have to pay that all back on her own. She told me her husband said he wasn't going to pay it, and it looks like he meant it. He left her behind and moved back in with his parents while she figured everything out by herself. Apparently, if Camilla had acted sooner, she could have disclaimed her inheritance and avoided this mess altogether. However, it just so happens that I read the contents of that letter to her just one day after the legal deadline for disclaiming. Ouch. Although, since she had already spent a bunch of money on herself, she probably would have had a difficult time disclaiming anyway. A few days ago, I saw her standing out on the street in front of our condominium building, scowling up at where our room was. We called security on her. They promptly whisked her away from the premises, and we never saw her again after that. I have no idea where she is right now or what she's doing. Well, I take that back. I'm fairly certain that she's still struggling to deal with her mother's special parting gift for her. As for me and my husband, we were never after his mother's estate. We decided to move in with her and take care of her because we love her. Not to mention we legitimately enjoyed spending time with her. To be honest, though, his mom did give both of us some very nice watches while she was still alive. And when I say very nice, I mean very nice. Neither of us were very knowledgeable about watches, but we looked them up sometime after his mother passed. When we saw how much they were selling for, we were blown away with how expensive they were. Also, since they were made in a limited production run, their value is only expected to increase in the future. I suppose you could say these watches were the inheritance that my mother-in-law left for us. But they're not the only things she left behind. No, far more valuable than the precious metals and gems in these watches are all the memories of the time we shared together. My mother-in-law was always a kind and gentle person to me, so I was a bit surprised to find out about the intricately planned revenge she came up with for Camilla. I'll bet knowing she was able to teach her a lesson she'll never forget was what helped her pass away so peacefully.
Hey, Grandma. Are you doing anything today? Is it okay if I come over to your house to see you? Right now?
Right now? Oh, heavens to Betsy, sweetheart, don't be ridiculous. You can't come over now.
But why? Are you busy or something?
No, Judy, look outside. It's raining.
Well, yeah, but so what? I could just use an umbrella or something.
Maybe if it were just a light shower, that might be all right. But it's a torrential downpour. Even with an umbrella, you'll get soaked. And it's also unsafe to cross the street in these conditions. Visibility is so poor that cars will never be able to see you in time to stop. I'm sorry, Judy, but you can't come over today.
I'll be really careful, I promise. So please, can I please come over and see you?
I would love nothing more than to see you, but why are you so desperate to come over today? The forecast shows the rain will stop later on tonight. You can come by and see me tomorrow.
But Grandma, I hate it here. I hate my mom. I want to get out of this stupid house. Can I please come and live with you instead?
Judy, that's no way to talk about your mother.
But she's the worst mom in the world. She's being super mean to me. She makes me stay in my room all day. She won't even let me come out to go to the bathroom. I have to hold it in for hours.
What? Is this some sort of punishment for something you did? Doesn't seem like she'd be that strict on you unless it was something incredibly serious.
It wasn't serious. I didn't even do anything wrong. All I did was go and see my friends.
And she grounded you for that? Oh, that seems excessive. Perhaps you went without her permission or against her wishes.
Well, kind of. I mean, okay, so there's this girl at school who I really like hanging out with, but Mom tells me that I'm not allowed to see her. The other day, we walked home together and spent some time talking at the park nearby before going home. Mom found out about that and went completely berserk.
I see. Why doesn't your mother want you to be friends with that girl? Is there a reason?
Mom says it's because she's too poor. She says that I'm not allowed to play with any poor kids because they would be a bad influence on me. But I don't care about that. I just want to be her friend.
So that's the situation.
What do you think, Grandma? Am I wrong or is my mom wrong? Should I stop being her friend because she's poor?
Judy, you haven't done anything wrong at all. You shouldn't base who you spend your time with on how wealthy or poor they are. That's utterly ridiculous. The only thing that matters when making friends is the content of their character, not their looks, not their money, none of that.
I tried to tell Mom that, but she won't listen to me. Whenever I don't do exactly what she tells me to, she goes crazy. She'll start yelling at me, throwing things around the house, and sometimes she hits me.
What? Your mother is hitting you? That is unacceptable.
You see, Grandma, I hate it here. Mom says she's never gonna let me out of my room except to go to school, ever again. She's being really scary.
She really never lets you out of your room? Not even to go to the bathroom?
Well, if I want to go to the bathroom, I have to ask her first and wait for her permission. If I go by myself and she catches me, she gets mad at me. So yeah, I have to stay in my room all day, from morning to night, even on the weekends.
All right, I've heard enough. I'm going to talk to your mother for you. You leave it to me, Judy. Angela, do you have a moment? I need to talk with you about something important.
Huh? What do you want, Mom?
I take it you're done with work for the day, yes? I spoke to Judy earlier today. She told me some things that were deeply concerning and, quite frankly, disturbing. You need to stop being so harsh on your daughter, Angela.
What are you talking about? I'm not being harsh to her at all.
Don't play dumb with me.
Ugh. What sort of nonsense has Judy told you this time? I can guarantee you it's all stupid lies.
According to Judy, you're locking her up in her room all day, and you've even been physically violent toward her. Why would you do such awful things? I'll have you know Judy told me in no uncertain terms that she wants to move out of the house.
Oh my God, I don't believe this. She went and tattled on me to you? What a little brat. I'll have a little talk with her about that later. Anyway, she's just being dramatic and making a big deal of nothing. All I'm doing is teaching her a little discipline.
Discipline? You think this is about discipline? She tells me you force her to stay in her room all day and you won't even let her out to go to the bathroom. That is going way over the line.
Yeah, well, if she would drop the teenager attitude and do what I tell her to do, I wouldn't have to be so hard on her. In any case, this doesn't concern you, Mom, but out of my family's business.
I am your family, Angela. I am your mother, and I'm Judy's grandmother. Judy was so troubled by the way you've been treating her that she asked me for help. So yes, this most assuredly is my business.
And that's another thing I'm going to have to punish her for. She had no business dragging you into this. For the last time, Mom, stay out of this. I'm parenting her in the way that I see fit.
Tell me, Angela, think back to your childhood. Did I ever hit you? Did I ever lock you in your room from morning till night? Did I ever forbid you from even using the bathroom? Where on earth did you get the idea to do such horrible things?
Judy's not the same kind of kid I was, Mom. You have no idea how impossible she is to deal with. She refuses to listen to a word I say. Obviously, a kid like her needs to be dealt with much more harshly than a good kid like me.
You have got to be kidding me. I'm not so old that I've forgotten what you were like as a child. Judy is far better behaved than you ever were. I have no idea where you get off saying otherwise. So no, there is absolutely no justification for you to be harder on her than I was on you.
I don't believe what I'm hearing. You think Judy is better behaved than I was? You don't know anything about her. I have to live with her.
I remember living with you quite clearly, Angela, and you were nothing but trouble.
Oh, come on. You're so full of it, Mom.
Well then, shall I give you a few examples of the sort of mischief you got up to? When you were in 3rd grade, you punched a girl in your class so hard that you broke her nose. In the 8th grade, you stole a boy's pencil case and returned it with all the pencils broken in half.
They both had that coming for being jerks to me. I didn't do anything wrong.
I wish I could go back in time. I should have made more of an effort to discipline you properly. I suppose this also has much to do with your father spoiling you rotten.
Dad didn't spoil me. He just loved me. You know, like parents are supposed to do. He wasn't always nagging at me like you were.
It was difficult for us to conceive since we started so late in our lives. Your father was so happy when you were born that he simply couldn't bring himself to ever tell you no. And as a result, you turned out exactly like I feared, selfish and vain. I can't throw all of the responsibility on your father, though. I share the blame as well. I'm your mother, after all.
Who do you think you are, anyway? You can't talk to me like that. I'm your daughter.
I'm telling you what you need to hear, precisely because you're my daughter. Consider this my warning to you, Angela. You need to treat Judy better, and you need to start immediately. If you don't, you will regret it. I'll make sure of that.
Are you really going to sit there and lecture me like I'm still a child, Mom? I'm not a little kid anymore, Mom. I'm not living in your house, and I'm not living under your rules.
Judy is not a possession. She's your daughter. Moreover, she'll be in middle school soon. She's more than old enough to make decisions for herself. You need to back off and allow her room to grow.
She's a child. I can't let her make her own decisions. Are you insane? If I let her make her own decisions, she's going to end up addicted to drugs, pregnant, in jail, or some combination of the three.
You aren't giving Judy anywhere near the credit she deserves. I know that girl is as smart as they come. You can trust her. Unless you let her run her own life to the extent she's capable of, she'll never grow. At the very least, she's more than capable of choosing her own friends.
No. She can't do that. There's nothing, not one thing that Judy can do by herself. She needs me to be there for her, to guide her, to lead her.
Are you really going to keep micromanaging her like this? Won't you let her have any say in where she goes, what she does, who she sees? You seem to have forgotten that your daughter is a human being.
I know exactly what you're doing, Mom. I know exactly what you're doing. You're going to try and steal Judy away from me.
What are you going on about now? You think I'm going to take her away from you? Why on earth would I do a thing like that?
I always thought it was weird how much Judy liked you. Now I get it. You've been planning this all along. You're luring Judy in with sweet, tender lies, confusing her, making her like you more than me. All you can take her away from me. Well, I'm not gonna let that happen.
Get a hold of yourself. What's going on with you, Angela? You need help, dear. Please, would you come with me to a place where we can talk to someone that can give you the help you need?
I'm not gonna let you gaslight me like this. I'm not crazy, you are. Yeah, that's it. You've gone crazy. You're getting dementia or Alzheimer's or something. Go move into a nursing home or something and stay out of my life.
Angela, I didn't want to have to do this, but you may be leaving me with no choice. Would you like me to talk to your husband about this?
Don't you dare! If you even think about telling my husband about anything, I will never speak to you again. Leave me alone!
No, Grandma, it can't be. I can't believe that you're gone. Why? Why did you die and leave me all alone, Grandma?
What? What in the devil are you talking about? I'm still as healthy as a horse. I feel like I've got at least another 30 years in me.
Huh? Grandma! You're alive? Is that really you? Are you really alive?
If I wasn't, how could I be sending you these texts right now? Good grief, as if the last week hasn't been strange enough. Now my own granddaughter thinks I'm a zombie.
But my mom said that you... Wait, what's going on?
That's what I'd like to know myself. Could you please calm down for a moment and explain what happened to you?
Okay, I'm sorry. I'll start over. So, I went over to your house this morning. I don't know, I just couldn't help myself. I wanted to get away from my mom no matter what. But when I got there, it was totally empty. You weren't there.
Oh, I see. I was out for the morning. That's why I wasn't home.
And then all of a sudden, I turned around and saw my mom running toward me. And that's when she told me that you were dead. She said you were dead and that I'll never see you again.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable first that your mother told you that, and also unbelievable that you believed it.
But I tried calling your phone and you didn't answer.
Yes, as I told you, I was out of the house and wasn't checking my phone. I had it turned off, actually. I was in the middle of a funeral for an old acquaintance of mine.
Oh, Grandma, I'm so glad you're alive. When I heard that you were gone and I'd never see you again, I didn't know what I was gonna do. All I could do was cry.
Don't worry, Judy. I'm going to live so long you're going to get sick of me before the end.
I'll never get sick of you, Grandma. I love you. I want to be with you forever.
I love you too, sweetheart.
I don't get it. Why would my mom lie to me like that?
I'd imagine it was to try and keep you away from me. Your mother isn't appreciative of how fond you are of me.
I'll never let her keep us apart. I'm gonna get her for this.
No, Judy, you'll do no such thing. You're going to leave your mother to me. I'll deal with her.
Really?
Yes, really. Before I do, though, I want to make one thing perfectly clear. Are you serious about wanting to run away from your mother? You're really all right with never seeing her again?
Yes. I don't need my mom. All I need is you, Grandma.
I hope you're proud of yourself, Angela. You told Judy I had died? You have no idea what kind of pain you caused her.
You found out about that already? That sucks. I would have really appreciated if you could get things moving in that direction, though.
Excuse me? If I'm not mistaken, you just told your own mother that you wished she were dead.
Yeah, and so what if I did? It's your own fault. You shouldn't have tried to come between me and my daughter. You should have just kept your mouth shut, like Dad always did back when he was alive.
Unfortunately, I'm not quite as much of a pacifist as your father was. I'm not afraid of picking a fight with someone who abuses their own children.
Yeah, well, you ought to be. Can't you ever just mind your own business? Seriously, go find a hole and crawl in it.
I warned you, Angela. Change the way you're treating Judy or else. From the way you're talking to me now, it would seem that you've chosen the or else option.
Duh. I don't need to change anything about myself. And I'm not afraid of your stupid threats.
I thought that's what you would say. Well, then I suppose I've made the right decision after all.
Huh? What decision?
One of my neighbors has a son who works in the local government. When I talked to him about you and Judy, he told me that I would be well within my rights to contact Child Protective Services about you.
You wouldn't dare.
I already did. And I already contacted Judy's school as well.
You what?
I knew that nothing I could ever say to you would get you to change your ways, so I decided that my only option was to take Judy away from you by force.
You have no right to do that to me. She's my daughter. I'm her mother. You can't take her away from me.
You may have given birth to her, but the behavior I've seen from you lately shows me that you don't deserve to call yourself her mother. You have hurt Judy both emotionally and physically, and I won't allow it to continue.
I will never let her go. She's mine. I'm going to sue you for this, and I'm going to tell my husband about what you're doing. He is not going to be happy.
You're absolutely right about that, Angela. He isn't happy at all. I've already told him about everything.
Oh, you went to the trouble and turned yourself in, huh? That makes my work easier. We're going to hire the best lawyer in the state and sue the pants off of you. He went to law school. He knows a bunch of lawyers.
You don't understand, Angela. Your husband is very unhappy with you. So much so, in fact, that he's planning to divorce you.
What?
I realized when we spoke last that you weren't solely to blame for what you're doing to Judy. Your husband needs to rein you in. So I called him to give him a piece of my mind. It seems that he was leaving Judy's care solely up to you.
Obviously, yeah. It's my job to take care of her.
Yes, and you are failing miserably at that job. I told him that as Judy's father, he has a sacred responsibility to defend his daughter.
Oh, so he just took everything you said at face value? He trusted you over me? I'm his wife.
He didn't take my word for it. He talked to Judy himself. And when he did, let me tell you, it was quite the shock for him. Perhaps the most shocking thing was that Judy had never talked to him about you before.
Oh, now he wants to play the part of Judy's knight in shining armor. He's never been much of a part of her life before.
Indeed, which is precisely why Judy didn't trust him enough to go to him for help. He called me later on and profusely apologized. He seemed very sincere on the phone. He decided that the only way for him to protect her from you was to divorce you.
This is insane. The two of you are teaming up. You turned my own husband against me.
You did a fine job of that all by yourself. Besides, I didn't tell him to divorce you. It was Judy that convinced him to do that. She really, really wants to get you out of her life, it seems.
All right, let's say for a minute that he actually goes through with it. He divorces me and somehow wins full custody of Judy. What happens then? He's never so much as changed a single diaper for Judy. How is he going to raise her by himself?
He won't have to. I'll be there to support him. I'll be the one who looks after Judy whenever he's busy with work. That was a request of Judy's as well.
And how are you going to handle her? You're old. Not to mention, how's he going to make ends meet without my income? He can't afford the mortgage and his salary alone.
You don't think I was prepared for that? I'll be able to help him out with whatever he needs until he gets everything sorted out for himself.
Are you joking? You're living off Social Security payments. How much money could you possibly give him?
Oh, you don't need to worry about that. I've got plenty of money to throw around.
Wait, you do? You never told me you had any money lying around.
Yes, that was intentional. I inherited a rather large sum of money from my parents. It's more than enough to support Judy until she's able to start living on her own.
You had that much money? Why didn't you ever tell me about that?
Because you have the financial sense of a drunken gambling addict. Don't tell me you forgot about how I paid off the debt you had incurred back before you were married. I was terrified of how much worse you would be if you thought you could rely on my money to finance your lifestyle.
But I still can, right? I'm your heir, aren't I?
I intend to burn through all of my estate before you would be set to inherit anything.
Why? Sounds like you're the greedy one, not me.
I'm not going to use it on myself, silly girl. I'm going to use it on Judy.
Wow, Mom. Rao, you're really gonna screw your own daughter over like this? You're the worst mother ever.
After the way you've treated your own mother, daughter, and husband, I don't think you're in any position to judge me.
Screw you, Mom. I hate you.
There was a time when I would have been saddened to hear you speak to me like that. But not anymore. The time has come for you to take responsibility for the life you've lived, and I'm not bailing you out this time. Angela's husband divorced her a short time later. Thanks to the call I made to Child Protective Services, Angela lost custody of Judy as well. As for Judy, she still comes to visit me quite often, even now that her parents have divorced. Her father works late often, so she stays at my house for the afternoon most days of the week. I must admit it can be quite hectic to have a young girl like her around the house so often, but as her grandmother, it does make me quite happy to be able to watch her as she grows. She really is a darling girl with a bright personality, even after going through so much. Honestly, it's impressive how resilient she's been throughout this whole ordeal. That she even thought to confide in me in the first place is remarkable. Frankly, I don't see why she's so interested in spending all this time with a cynical old woman like myself. I occasionally receive messages from Angela as well. Unsurprisingly, she hasn't learned a single thing even after all this time. She still thinks she's the innocent victim and that it's my fault that she lost her husband and daughter. It gets quite exhausting having to have the same conversation with her over and over again. But I consider it a part of my responsibility as her mother to do everything I can to get her to see the error of her ways. So, burdensome as it may be, I will continue to rebuke her every time she throws some ridiculous accusation my way. If possible, I'd like to see her have a change of heart before I kick the bucket, but I'm not hopeful. I'm so glad that Judy didn't turn out like my fool of a daughter.